Are you facing some challenges and difficulties and you aren't sure how to get through or why it's even happening? Then this is the reading for you. This week's pick a card reading is how to overcome your difficulties. So come join me. Let's hear a message from Spirit and see how to find your way through. Hi everyone, welcome for another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. If you're new to the channel, I'm Cheryl Harnish. Hi. And I'm the author of the Path of the Soul, Divine Guidance, and Return of Spirit deck. Now, today's reading is how to overcome your difficulties. And I have been in the same position that you are, trying to get messages and get the guidance that I need. And it's always nice to have some outside influence kind of look at things for us to understand what is the lesson, what do I need to learn, and how do I move on from this. So before we get started, all the information for the decks are down below in the video description, as well as where to contact me for a personal reading if you'd like a more in-depth focused reading on just you alone. Now, I really want to say this. Okay, so I can't always reply to everybody. And I want to say it is so amazing to go there and read comments and see you guys are replying to each other and supporting each other. I can't tell you how much that touches my soul, because the whole intention behind my work and what I'm doing here with the videos is to create this sense of community and a sense of belonging here in the world. Like, you belong here, where we can support each other and grow with each other, because that's what we're here to do, is help uplift each other. And so I'm blown away with the quality of people and souls who gravitate to my channel. I am honored to have you here. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, now that I have a little tear in my eye, let's get started. Oh yeah, by the way, I got so worked up on how awesome you guys are, I forgot to tell you our card choices today. Please forgive me. So our 4 card choices. Choice number 1 is the Prayers Buddha. Choice number 2, Squishy Face Peace Buddha. Choice number 3 is our Abundance Buddha. And choice number 4 is our Manifesting Buddha. Okay, I'm going to settle myself and then I'm going to start the card readings. I'll see you guys in just a sec. Hi, group number 1. How are you? For those of you who chose our Prayers Buddha, we'll sit him here and get our Return of Spirit deck ready. I had somebody ask me actually why I only draw cards from the Return of Spirit deck and not the other decks. And it's because this is the deck I use when I'm doing readings. So it's not that I don't have a connection, they're all my decks, but I have a real connection to this deck in particular because I use it so much. So I find it works for me, So let's see, which way are we here? Okay, this is a sweet one under here. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have Intuitive Arts Guide. Creation. Freedom. Now this one came out last week and we hadn't seen it in a reading forever. So it's funny how certain cards just become hot topics for Spirit to bring through. This is Earth Angel. You hear that? That's you. That is you. Okay. So I kind of see where this is pointing to. You guys are the sensitive, empathic, beautiful souls who are creative, intuitive, feeling out here in the world. And when you are that kind of sensitive soul, it can be challenging to maneuver through life and all the obstacles that kind of pop up in our way and affect you, because with you guys, with this type of energy, you're very sensitive, and you can take things to heart much more deeply than, there's a lot of people who can just brush things off and whatever, it doesn't bother me. That is so not who you are. And so I feel like I want to reassure you in some way that there's some smooth here coming for you, some gentleness, and like a way to really channel and focus your energies into something productive and good, because that's what it's feeling like right now. So let's get ourselves some cards, just a few more. And where am I going in here? I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's the one. Okay. And yeah, this is a hot topic card. Starseed, which is about feeling as though you belong. Okay. Storm, which is that kind of chaotic energy that I was picking up on earlier. And voice. Okay. So, as I was saying, you guys, my beautiful group number one, you sensitive souls, not only are you guys sensitive, but you guys are here to be in service to the world. With that Earth Angel card showing up, that is talking about like really understanding that you are here to be in service, and that your sensitivity is actually one of your gifts, because it's what helps you to really connect with other people and on a deep level, in a meaningful way, much more than most others could. And it's through that you're able to bring your service to the world. And with having both the creation card and the intuitive arts guide, intuitive information and the creative flow all come through the same channel. And so it's really talking about you guys coming and getting connected, more rooted into your creative flow and your intuitive flow. Because right now, like with the storm card showing up here, see all this chaos kind of energy, and I see this center as being you, like this soul in this world that just has all this happening around you. But if you look at that center, you see how it's clear of that chaos. It's beautiful and smooth. And what this card is talking about is that the thunder has to roll and the lightning has to strike in order to clear away that chaotic energy, because storms clear away the ionic charges in the air. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm kind of losing my flow here. But with this card, it's really here to reassure you that sometimes that thunder is rolling in our lives to help ultimately clear this stuff away. So in a way, a part of this message is about holding on, because when that storm clears, that the air is fresh. It's vibrant and alive. If you've ever stepped out after a thunderstorm, and it's just like, I can breathe again. So in a way, I feel like this is a message from Spirit to kind of reassure you that it's coming, that place where you can just breathe and relax and really let go of what's been happening to focus now on where you're moving to. Now, I really need to go right to this Starseed card, because this is one, this guy comes out in so many readings. So he kind of looks like this alien-ish kind of shape in this fractal. And the Starseed card is about being, again, that empathic, intuitive, tuned in, sensitive person. And it's also talking about feeling like you don't quite fit in, with your group of friends or with your family or with society in general, that you feel like you are this black sheep and like there's no one place. It seems everywhere you turn, there's no one place where you belong. But the thing with this card is, you in all your beauty and your uniqueness, we need you here just as you are, in the unique way, special way that the universe made you, okay? Because God, the universe, whatever you want to say, that higher power that is, created you this way for a reason. And that it isn't about fitting in and becoming another one of those sheep people, and you just follow along with the crowd. You were never here or intended to be that, because you are this incredible, creative, intuitive spirit here to be in service to the world. You have both Starseed and Earth Angel. It's like they're hitting you with both of these things. And, with that creativity card being here, that is very much the arts, right? Because if you look at this, it almost looks like, to me, this looks like the formation or creation of a new earth. And all of this energy is pouring into it. So in one way, you could look at it like manifesting in a way. But, as I'm holding this card and doing this reading, this is for those creative spirits, whatever your art is. And I mean, making cookies can be an art, right? So we're talking about traditional arts, and then the art of, whatever it is that you do. Because this is a general reading, I can't hone in on this for you specifically. But it is that whole creative spirit, and you are here to literally bring things through into form into the world in some way, or that your energy affects form in some way. And that is where the intuitive arts guide just completely works with this, because this is about you kind of getting the human you out of the way, even temporarily, as you're working, and kind of losing yourself, which is the best thing to just, I get the feeling that a lot of you guys can lose yourself in time, and you go, holy jumping gee, look at the time, it's been hours. And that is kind of the whole point of it, is to lose yourself into what you're doing, because it really opens you up intuitively. And I feel like your inner compass is strong, that it guides you, and you have an understanding of where you need to go and what to do with your life and your path. It's just getting over the fears to actually allow yourself to do it. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have this beautiful guy right here. This is the Freedom card, and you see how it's this Fibonacci shell shape. And that shell is like being that little snail hiding away, keeping safe from the world. I'll just do my art and intuitive work and my life all by myself because I don't fit in with the world, so I'm not going to engage it. But the fact of the matter is you're here to serve the world with your unique flavor, right? And so this card is actually called freedom. And it's talking about a freedom from the confines of your mind, the confines of your limiting beliefs that aim to stop you and hold you back. Because the ego has to die and acquiesce to our higher self, to our true self when we step into our spiritual truth. But the ego doesn't want to die and it doesn't want to acquiesce. So it comes with these, beliefs and words and thoughts that I can't and I'm not good enough and I need to hide away and people don't like me and people don't love me and I don't belong. And you know how the mind goes on and on and on. And this is talking about gaining freedom from that, gaining freedom from these thoughts, which is going to take effort on your part, right? Doing the personal growth work that you need to get through this. But this is also talking like some sort of breakthrough, and I feel like this is more of an emotional breaking through that comes in relation with that storm card. Like, they're talking about after that lightning has struck, it's cleared away all this chaotic energy because it feels like an emotional breakthrough coming up here. And that's where the freedom comes, right? So I feel like in facing your difficulties, what they're talking about is you really focusing on being you, your authentic self, your true self, and really allowing yourself to do what you need to do out in this world. Because a lot of this is about you finding your voice, your expression, your freedom to be and share your unique light with the world. So some of this, the voice card, is talking in relationships and in relation to situations and circumstances that are happening for you to step into a place where, without aggression, to speak up for yourself, to share your truth, to say what needs to be said for you, because you are the only one who can stand up for you. You are the only one who can claim yourself in this world and say, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, this is how I am going to live my life, right? This is a huge time for empowerment, you guys. I really need to say that. So indulge, focus, dive, immerse yourself into your art, into your creative expression, and through your intuitive inspiration, and really follow your heart on what you need to do, and don't listen to those thoughts in your head, okay? Now, this was a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading, all my information is down below on where to contact me. And if you liked your reading, please hit the like button, thumbs up for me. I appreciate that. And subscribe, of course. And I just want to say, hold on. This storm is clearing. You're going to be okay. It's going to be amazing. You guys have an amazing gift to share. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. I will see you guys again next week. Take care. Hi, group number 2. How are you? For those of you who have chosen our Peace Buddha, we'll have him over here. And let's see what we've got. I'm going to go this way. There's a power card. Channeling guide. Renewal. Wow. Okay. This is called self-talk. See those fighting teeth in there? Another red one. This is called balance. Very faintly, it doesn't show up on camera so well. There's a Tao symbol in there, which is talking about that balance of yin-yang energy, and a balance needing to happen in your lives. So, this card is talking about overcoming difficulties. And with the renewal card here, the renewal card is about relationships. It points to family type relationships, but it can be also intimate relationships, friendships, all of those relationships. And it's about really taking a look at them. Now, before I say too much more, I want to grab us out a few more cards, because I can tell with this self-talk card showing up here in this reading that you guys have been really hard on yourselves. And sometimes being hard on ourselves becomes such a habit that it is just our normal way of being. And it comes to a point where we don't even realize how hard we're being on us. And, if we were to say those words out loud and other people heard how we talk to ourselves, they would be shocked or appalled. Because certainly you could never say those kind of things to someone else. It would be so hurtful. But Spirit is calling you guys out in this reading with that self-talk card showing up. Whew. Wow. Okay, that's kind of funny. So last week, we had almost a similar kind of reading, and this is turning out to be that too. Now, you have the channeling guide card show up, which is one of the intuitive cards. And the channeling guide is from the Path of the Soul deck. And here we have, the intuition card showing up. And here we have a spiral going in the renewal card, and in the intuition card, it fades out, but there's two spirals in the center coming out, working together. So guys, with all these spirals showing up here, there is a lot of healing growing on, a lot of growth on your part too, right? Like being in this situation and really taking it as a vehicle for becoming a better version of you that's more authentic, more true. And we have the divinity card here, and that's why I'm saying that this whole situation is ultimately, even though it can be so difficult to deal with, that it is about clearing away the false self and how it engages in relationship. The ego, it's all about power within the relationship dynamic, and this is about extracting yourself from that and going, no, I'm not going to play this power dynamic game with anybody in my relationships. And the other card that's sitting here is the worthy card. So with that renewal card, like I said, this one is about family mostly, but not all. And it is talking about coming to a place where despite your interactions and experiences with people, that they aren't always completely the way that you are experiencing them. And that on some level, each of these people, we have these soul agreements before we come. I'm going to help you do this, and you're going to help me do that. And even the most difficult of relationships, at some point, it's about coming to the point of understanding that this person chose to come into your life and create these difficulties to help you wake up. And that's really brave on their part to say, okay, I'm going to come in and be that person for you. I will do that for you because I love you that much. Now, it doesn't look like that here in this reality. I know, but we are pure unconditional love. We are divine awareness. And when we are not incarnated, when we are not with this human mind, we are pure love. And it is about coming on some level to see the God within the people who are in your lives. And that doesn't mean, oh, you're going to keep harmful people in your life. What I'm saying is it's about coming to that place, that knowing that on some level this is God operating in here in the background behind this human front that you're experiencing, and that through that they can only act and be relative to their level of consciousness, right? And as you come to that place of understanding, it aids in forgiveness. It aids for you to be in a place of empowerment to say, I choose to have this person in my life and I choose not to have this person in my life. And it also creates a space for your heart to be out here in the world where you are safe to be who you are in your light, and take on and allow yourself the space to forgive yourself, and in that, and forgive them. And in that, it creates a new energy, a healing that happens throughout you mentally and physically in that, and as well within the relationship itself, because this whole card is talking about a renewal in your relationships, and it's directly related with that. And now that points me right here to these two glorious guys. So we have the worthy card and this self-talk. So I want to bring this up close so you guys can see how it looks like. These are lips here, and there's teeth, these sharp teeth, but the teeth aren't outward, they're pointing inward. And it's talking about using these sharp words. And you see how it's all dark inside. And it's not to say you guys are dark, not at all, but to show that heavy negative energy that you're literally chewing on and eating, ingesting these thoughts, these beliefs, these words about yourself. And ultimately what happens, and I feel like there could have been some harsh words said in one or a few of your relationships, because it's all getting called up to the table for healing. It really is. And what I was saying about seeing the God in others, and bringing yourself to a place where you detach from, emotionally unhook yourself from that relationship so you can have the space to go, okay, enough of the roller coaster ride. Who am I? Why am I here? And coming to see your own value and worth in this world, because it is easy to lose ourselves in these relationship dynamics and come to feel, think, believe, or it plays on these old quiet beliefs way in the background that says, see, you're not worthy. See, you're not good enough. See, and it's like trying to prove to you all these beliefs. None of them are true. They are not accurate. You are a child of the universe. You are divine light. You are unconditional love. You are pure God awareness. And that is funneled into this human body, and this human mind forgets who we really are. And this is about you knowing who you really are, your worth as a divine spark of light. Because in doing that personal growth work to get yourself through that, that is where where that resolution lies, and that's where the healing in this relationship but ships lie. That's where it all happens. Now you have 2 intuition cards here. So clearly the message is that you guys are tuned in, you're tapped in, and intuition operates through the mind, subconscious, and in through the vehicle of the heart. And so this is telling me, I feel like on one level with this card, because this is channeling guide, this is information going in and in through the crown and out through the mouth. So in one level, I feel like the cards are saying get back to your intuitive work, to your spiritual work, to yourself and your development. But in another way, these two are together. And it's almost like through doing this work to really start to heal this self-perception and these old voices, that it creates a space for you to really be a channel of higher divine information, knowledge, words, higher love, and to express that and be that out here in the world. And it doesn't mean actually only just channeling, but I mean to be living your day in the space of an open heart, really tuned in to the truth of who you are, and encountering people in your day and speaking innocently, just speaking, but actually being that tool for spirit and saying exactly what that person needs to hear, because that is a part of the gift of who you are. Okay. Now this was a general reading. If you would like a personal reading that's more focused on you as an individual, I am available for readings, and my info's down there. If you liked the reading, please hit the like button. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys again next week. Namaste, my beautiful souls. Hi, group number 3. How are you? For those of you who have chosen our Abundance Buddha, let's see what the cards have for you. We will turn them this way. Okay. Ooh, we have Path of the Soul. Okay. Third Eye. Awakening. You guys have some power cards in here. Receiving. Ooh, okay. Now I'm just gonna draw a few more here. I have to say with that, the first card that I pulled out, the Path of the Soul card, being there, that this is revolving around your path and purpose, guys. I just need more clarity, so we're gonna get ourselves some cards. And I feel like this is one, and I want this one. Nope. Okay. Listen to the no when it says no. And I'm having an argument right now with them because they're saying to pull another card, and I'm like, no, I'm only pulling 3. I'm like, pull another card. I'm like, okay, and there it is. So, bonus card for you guys. We'll put that one over there actually and see what it turns out to be. Okay, so do I have this right? Okay. Remember I said that this is about purpose, right? Okay, here you go. The right card. Writing. prayers, and the love card. Faith. It's kind of funny, they said pull one more card and it ends up being the faith card. So I feel like a part of this message that they're talking about with you guys today is about having faith. And normally I say it's not about having faith in the universe, it's about having faith in yourself. But I have to say, this faith card is talking also about having faith in the universe, having faith in that higher power, that that there is a plan, and the plan was already written before you were born. You were part of who wrote that plan, and in whatever form, in whatever way, writing is a part of this journey for you guys. So, and that could be just the act of journaling helps you sort your thoughts and feelings and understandings. And actually last week, this came up and it was about that. But in this reading, because this is about overcoming our difficulties and really like clearing our life out so that we can make our way through, with this right card being there and the path of the soul, it feels to me like they're saying like there's a part of you that needs to be claimed here. Now, with the path of the soul, see, I see this as, imagine being inside the spinal cord, and it's this ascension up the spinal cord, like through the tunnel, going to the light. And that this card is about walking your path, walking that path that you as this divine spark has planned or intended to walk in this lifetime. And with this card showing up here, this is like a wow kind of card. This is the awakening card. And there's actually, I'm hoping that it'll show on camera, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 power spirals with this eye, seeing eye in there. And the awakening card, here's the other thing with it. This is like a heart shape pattern in here, 2 hearts around this eye. And that card is talking about being on your spiritual journey. And it's funny, you know, in life, things will happen and kind of take us for a tumble, but it's the exact catalyst that we need to kind of wake us up and go, whoa, what the heck is happening here? Like, I need to reassess what's happening in my life and reassess what's happening in me. And that is the catalyst that brings us onto our spiritual path. Or it's the catalyst that brings us back to our spiritual path because somewhere along the way we fell asleep again and started dreaming this life. And so with the awakening card, I feel like a big part for you guys is about actually coming to that place of consciously knowing who you really are. And I would have to say that this is a calling, this calls you to experience enlightenment in this lifetime, to experience the other side of the veil while incarnated, to really have that truth of who you are as divine conscious awareness. Now, the other thing with this card is there's this big eye in here, right? And yet, now this is from the Divine Guidance deck, and this card is from the Path of the Soul deck, and each of them have these 2 eyes in there. And so that is another symbol of waking up to yourself, waking up to your path, waking up to the situation that you're in, and really coming back into that place where you step into your life's path and your life's purpose. Now, I'm just feeling on what this receiving card is talking about, because I get it. Okay, so we have the prayers card. And you know, a lot of the time when we pray, we feel like we're just talking out into the universe and there's no reply. And in one way, I feel like this is the universe is saying to you, we are here with you. You know, you aren't on this journey struggling all by yourself, all alone, to find your path and purpose, right? There's a greater plan, a bigger plan, and we're with you. We hear you. We are with you. But, you know, I've studied a lot of Neville Goddard, and Neville Goddard is like the king of manifesting. And he talks about visualizing and manifesting as being a form of prayer. And I've found that when this card is coming out, a lot of the time this is talking about, one, having your prayers answered and having your prayer of manifestation answered as well, that the universe hears you in both regards. Okay, so there's something really powerful about manifesting that's going on here with you guys, and I feel like that is the key with this receiving card. Because with this receiving card, I want to get it in close enough, you know, with all these soft pastel colors of like the purples and the greens. It's like the intuitive faculty and the heart faculty lining up, right? And in order to receive, we have to come outside of our walls that we've built around us, and we have to, look at this, allow this sort of opening. And it feels to me that there's some sort of shift that is happening here, like where the wall is coming down a bit around you, where you're coming into a more heart focused, like the message is repeating throughout these cards because of the hearts here, and the message with the receiving card, that this is coming from out of your head, and like that, you know, the impatient, when is it going to happen, what is my path, la, la, la. That calling to really be in service in the world, that is a sincere, true calling from your soul. And in overcoming the difficulties that you are facing right now, the universe is talking about you really embracing your spiritual path and embracing your power and truth as a soul and a manifester, and allowing yourself to receive the good that is out here for you. Because sometimes intentionally, like unintentionally, because of emotional hurts and wounds and things like that, we kind of close off ourselves energetically from receiving the good in our lives. And maybe we only intend to close ourselves off from one particular hurtful situation, but the heart as a whole organism, not just physically but energetically, you can't just close off one area and leave the rest open. It's kind of an all or nothing, all in or all out. And so this is talking about opening to receiving. And I feel that in some way there's some sort of shift that's going to happen here that kind of brings you more into your path in a way that you didn't expect. And I can't explain why, because there isn't a card here for that, but this feeling is coming when I'm holding this receiving card. So I really need to go with that. The other thing with that third eye card being here and the right card being here, it feels to me like, you know, it's kind of like the first reading that I was doing about this creative flow, being in flow with the intuition, because it does feel to me like you guys are quite tapped in and quite open spiritually, and it feels like there's an element of like teaching and sharing and information that is divinely inspired, that helps other people to awaken onto their path as well in some way. Now, if you aren't a writer and are not writing, this write card is talking about you chronicling your journey and your path, okay? It really is, because there is a huge shift that's happening here. And we have the love card. Now, with that love card, that is exactly what I was saying. I hadn't realized it with the heart being open and closed, because this looks like a little earth to me, but it's also like the center if you're a soul, and surrounding this earth with your light, the light of who you are. And a part of this card, the message is that the light of who you are is meant to be shared. It's intended to be shared with the world and to uplift and support and empower people. But first, the first thing is to really begin that work of opening your heart and allowing yourself to receive. So I really feel like I want to suggest to you like heart mind meditations, that heart coherence and things like that, which are going to put you much more in alignment with your intuitive self and more in alignment with your creative faculties, because there is a huge stepping into your spiritual role coming up for you guys at this time. Now, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, because I actually specialize in path and purpose, my information is down below where to contact me for a reading. And if you like the video, please do hit the thumbs up or share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. And I want to tell you guys to hang on, because this shift is happening. You're moving into your path now, okay? So I wish you much love. I will see you guys again next week. Take care. Hi, group number 4. How are you? For those of you who chose our manifesting Buddha, put him there with all his friends, right? I'm just going to move this over here. And let's see what we have. Which way am I going? Okay, this way. Vibration. Lovely. Cosmos of the heart, and that's a master number 22. Alignment. And if you look at them together, vibrational alignment. Advancements. Now, considering that this is a reading of overcoming difficulty, I really love that the alignment card and advancements card has come out. So I am just going to draw us out a few more cards here and kind of put this story together of what they're talking about. So I am going right straight to this one first. This one. And I feel like the other one is down in here. There it is. Okay. All right, so let's see what we have here. So we have the integrity card, the union card, and fearless card. One more. Let's just put her all together. Wham, bam. I'm going to take this one. Okay. And we have the Celestial card. So I feel like with you guys, this is like a compilation. It feels to me like what they're talking about here is kind of like a few things. You have a few main points or aspects going on that you're kind of needing to get addressed and get some guidance on. And the first one that came out is that Union card, or the first one that came out, the first one that sticks out to me is the Union card. And with this fractal being this white and yellow, there's a purity of energy in here. And it feels to me like one of the issues that you guys are looking at are, if this feels to me more like wanting a partner than needing a current relationship, if you're in one, to work out. And I can't explain why, but it just feels to me like that's how it is. So if you aren't in a relationship, it feels to me like, because the alignment card is here, that there is some readjustments going on. And sometimes that isn't easy, right? But I feel like it's like telling you to just kind of hang in there with what's happening with this realignment, because the advancements card is here. So it feels like there's progress in that area. And if you aren't in a relationship, again, I feel like there's something energetically shifting with you guys that is putting you more into alignment with having that kind of relationship that you are deeply seeking in your heart. But aside from just relationship, we also have the Celestial card. And when the Celestial card comes out, that is, the Celestial card is talking about path and purpose. And the last reading was about purpose, but this is a little bit different, a little bit different context, because with the Celestial card, like in the booklet, I said, it's like we want this magical scroll to fall from the heavens, and we just take it and roll it, and it says, pretend your name is Jane or John. John, Jane, you are here to do blah, blah, blah. And then we read it and we go, I'm here to do blah, blah, blah. But it just doesn't work that way. That a whole part of us being incarnated is to come to this place of understanding the truth of who we are. And in coming to understand the truth of who we are is the unfolding of our path and our purpose and how we can be of service in the world. So it's like a slow, for many of us, it's like a slow unveiling. And so while the path is calling you, your purpose is calling you, having this healthy, committed, true partnership of the heart and soul with someone is also calling you. And this reading is about the answers of those things that are really kind of challenging you in your life right now. And with the cosmos of the heart being here now, this to me has the energy of an owl. I see owl eyes in there, and it's a master number 22. So with the master number 22, there's something about building something out here in the world for yourself. So this is very important to who you are as a soul. And it's like through this journey, with that owl being there, it's like gaining the wisdom and understanding that comes with these challenges to help you evolve into the greatest version of you that you can be. Because there is something that is switching, like there is a realignment happening now. So I have to say, it feels to me like for you guys as a group, that that you aren't knee deep in the muck of things, struggling, not that you're not having difficulty, but that you're more at the end of coming out of it, more so than being right in it. And I'm saying that because both the alignment card has shown up and the advancement cards together, right? So things are aligning to advance you in, right? But I also want to point this out that, so we have the vibrational card here, right? And with the alignment card, see how there's this solid circle? And then there's this energy circle. And this energy circle is coming to align with that solidness. So that's almost like your true self and the you that's here incarnated, experiencing itself, which is really just an energy body, right? Coming into alignment, heart and soul, mind and spirit, body and higher self, like all of this coming into this alignment. And through this process of what's happening now, where things are moving for you right now, with that vibration card coming out, this is talking about understanding just how powerful, like the people who get this card are like powerhouses of energy. And you guys have a very distinct impact on the people around you. And there's usually some sort of like leadership energy. And that doesn't mean, oh, you step in and take charge and we're like this. But that through the work that you do, people look up to you. They look to you for guidance or direction or something like that along the way. Now, because this is talking about path and purpose, it's not saying directly, oh, you guys are here to do da-da. What they're talking about is you coming through these challenges, and despite that, really staying centered in your heart with what is happening and not shutting off, not withdrawing, not retreating from the world, but standing here in your truth and your power and saying, here I am. I've been through this and I am still here and I am okay. And I'm not going to allow situations and circumstances in this physical world outside of me to influence who I am and who I choose to be, right? That's important because it's not about reacting to what is happening outside of you. It is seeing what is happening outside of you and taking actions to change in here so that the reflection, reality, changes out here, okay? And with this advancements card, you know, this is a very majestic kind of card. And they are talking about changes with job, changes with your living situation. There is some either one or multiple changes happening, and it could be a change in your relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you've been struggling with that, I feel like there's an advancement coming here. There's an ease, a break, an alignment where you guys see eye to eye and things are working out. But that can also be a realignment, and it changes so that it shifts you to a position where you can have the relationship that is congruent for you, okay? Because there is something with you guys in this group that it's important that you have that supportive, loving, kind, caring partner who is respectful and spiritual and authentic, an authentic person from their heart. Now, with that integrity card being here, I feel like that integrity card is working directly with this cosmos of the heart in saying, regardless of what is happening. I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's because the message is coming through in multiple ways, in multiple directions here. That it's about you staying true to you in your heart of what you feel is right and what you feel is best. I feel like I need to tell you guys to trust your decisions, trust your choices, okay? It's really important. And if you have to make the hard choice, make the hard choice, because things will only get better from it, okay? Things will only get better. Stay true to yourself. Be your own advocate, because that's what you need. And especially this, your path and purpose is coming up now to be looked at and embraced and discovered, right? Like understanding what it is you're really here to do. And the last card that we have in this reading is the Fearless card. And this is such a power card, you know, because this dark, powerful, eagle-like shape is surrounded with this pink, and it's soft and loving. And with that Fearless card, first of all, it's saying don't look at your whole life, all the issues, everything with that old perspective, and saying everything is wrong here. Like here, here, and here. And it's kind of saying pull back, just acknowledge, okay, that's what it is. Now we need to make some changes, and we're going to start here with one small step. And just take one small step and make the changes that you need. It's bringing things into alignment. You will make the right choices here. And this is why I was saying you may have to make some hard choices here, and it's okay. It's all okay what you're moving through, because there is such a powerful energy of really getting you guys into alignment with your heart and making those. It's a very similar reading to the previous one, and that's funny, but it is. And I feel like I'm going to draw you guys one more card. I'm so glad, because the card that has come out is the Up card. Things are moving up. Things are shifting. This is what I've been telling you. And I feel like it's just to encourage you. It's okay. It's okay, my love. Advancements, alignment, up. I feel like they couldn't get any more cards out here to reassure you that things are going to be moving in a much more easier flow. A much more loving flow is how it feels, where you really feel kind of secure to embrace your path and your purpose in your life in the way you really want it to be. Okay, so I feel like with you guys, I really need to say to look for the signs. Look for signs from Spirit, because they are here. They are here in whatever form you're going to see them. Now, this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading that's very specific to you, I'm available. You can find my info in the video description. If you liked your reading, please do hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Share the video with your friends. And I will see you guys again next week. Namaste. See you soon.